All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Osh from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Lord's will is edifying to the hopeful elect out there. And, it's going to go in the topic of the Most High Yahweh, all right, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is going to bring nuclear fire upon Esau, all right, Edom, that hot fire, all right, because all this that you see, Esau's bullshit kingdom, and, this was all for a time, okay, now it's time for his end. Now it's time for his kingdom to be brought down, and he's going to be in slavery, okay, but first he's going to have to eat them nuclear missiles, his own weapons the Lord's going to use against him, chiefly here in America. All right, and everybody else that wants to be joined hand in hand with him, they're going to eat the missiles with him. All right, but let's go ahead and start here. In Psalms 21 and 8, it says, I'll read it in the King James first. Or, you know what? I'll read it in the NLT. It says, you will capture all your enemies. Your strong right hand will seize all who hate you. And who's the right hand of the Lord is Yahushua. It says, you will throw them in a flaming furnace when you appear. Right? So when the Lord appears, he's going to throw them, his enemies, into a flaming furnace. All right? That's why the scriptures say the Lord's coming with fury and great wrath. Let's go to Isaiah 66. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. That's going to be them thermonuclear missiles. All right. That everyone that's still standing in America is going to feel the wrath of. It says, the Lord will consume them in his anger. Fire will devour them. And that's what we just read in Isaiah. And we'll go back to Isaiah 66 here in a bit. But this is what's coming, man. The anger of the Lord, the wrath. The day, like the scriptures say, the day of the Lord is great wrath. All right? Let me get that real quick. I think it's in, was it Zechariah maybe? Day, Lord, wrath. Let's see here. Day of. Let's see what comes up. Okay, this is the one actually. Joel 1:15 is last, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. So that's the day of the Lord. And what's he coming with? That nuclear missiles. Okay. Let's see here. Where else? All right, let's go back to Psalms. Psalms 21 and 10. It says, "You will wipe their children from the face of the earth. They will never have descendants." Yeah. Ultimately, Esau, all right, is going to be wiped off the face of the earth. All right, he's going to go through the lake of fire. All right, the ones that are here in America, because the elites, they're going to be hiding. But all Americans and, wherever else the missiles end up touching down, anybody around in that vicinity is going to be melted. But, or disintegrated, better said. But Esau, not only is he going to have to go through that, he also going to be burned up after he goes into that slavery. After he serves his punishment, his slavery, he's going to get burned up. This is Obadiah 1:18. "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it." There you go. So cutting them off. They will have no more descendants. We're going to burn them up. Verse 11, "Although they plot against you, their evil schemes will never succeed." right? And if it says in the King James, they imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. All right. Let me just finish this off. It says, for they will turn and run when they see your arrows aimed at them. Yeah, they're gonna try to flee from the Lord, like it says in Job. Which we'll get. They can run, but you can't hide. And some of them will. The kings and the nobles, they'll be hiding in the bunkers, deep underground military bases. But they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. So there's no escaping it. They might escape the nuclear destruction, but it's because the Lord has it set up like that so they can go into slavery first. But let's go to Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And what is their enterprise? The chip, which they will not chip everybody, but they're going to bring it upon the whole world. All right, bring the hour of temptation, and ultimately the new world order. They want this new world order, one world system to be set up on this earth. But the Lord's going to stop him before he gets to completely fulfill that. All right, it says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Let me see here. Let me go to, what is it? I think it's in Job 20, actually. Let me see. Yep. So what we read here, it says, verse 12. I read it on the King James Version, Psalms 21:12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Reading the NLT again, for they will turn and run when they see your arrows aimed at them. And that's the missiles, all right? The weapons of his indignation, all right? That's that's the sword of the Lord. He used Esau, his sword, to make the ultimate sword, which is the weapons of mass destruction. It says, Job 20:22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. You know what? Let's get that in the NLT too, see what it says. Well, I'll read it in this verse. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Now, that's all the laborers. Everybody's coming up against Esau now. All right, there's going to be sedition amongst men. People are going to be trying to fight back. But a lot of people are going to fold up. They're going to get to the point. They might not be with it at first, but then they're going to fold once they see that society is crumbling. And the only way for safety and peace and safety is to get the chip. But it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. So he's going to try to run. He's going to try to, to flee. But it says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So there you go, man. See what it says in the NLT. It's like, let's see, 22. So in the midst of plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome by misery. Yeah, there you go. Esau thinks this is all going according to plan, but what he truly fails to realize is there's no upsetting prophecy. He thinks he's gonna upset prophecy. That's why the accuser of our brethren, he just wants to keep accusing the chosen people, and then maybe the Lord won't hold true to his word. Come on, man. Esau's a damn moron. It says, may God give them a belly full of trouble. May God rain down his anger upon them. When they try to escape an iron weapon, a bronze-tipped arrow will pierce them. So you get the point there. So they're going to try to run, but you can't hide from the Lord, okay? If you escape the missiles, you're escaping it to enter to the kingdom of heaven as a slave, first fruits of slavery. Oh, but let's go back to Isaiah, because I remember it had mentioned Psalms 21. Where was it? Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven, the 9th verse. In the time of thine anger, the Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. All right, and that's talking about the day of the Lord, when he comes with his chariots, and the nuclear missiles will be flying through the skies as well on that very day. So let's get that. It's Isaiah 66 and 15 again. It says, "For behold, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind," which is the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs. It says to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord's going to come bring a slaughter. And a lot of people, 300 million people here in America are going to perish. Well, we don't know how, the exact number of the ones that are going to be delivered. The elect, beginning with the 144,000 and the rest of the great multitude. We don't have a number on that. But we know there's 300 million plus 380 million people on America. And the majority of that number is going to be destroyed here in America. Okay, and that's not even counting the deaths that's going to be going on around the world in the midst of World War III, the midst of civil unrest around the world, not just here in America, but around the world is going to be in complete chaos. All right. And so I think that was it. Let me see what else I got. Yeah, that was it. That was just when I was reading through the Psalms this morning, the precepts were popping in my mind when I was reading this part. So, Lord's will, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. Esau, you got something coming for you. And you wicked ass 2/3, the wicked of our people, you're going to be joined hand in hand with him when he gets his judgment. All right. The lake of fire, you will be there with him. Since you love Esau so much and you trust in him so much, well, you're going to be burning up with him. All right. So with that, hey, I'm a Wath Lababal and Shalom, and give all praises to Yahweh. Brak Yahweh, Brak Yahushai, Kal Halayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom.